laced up.
Let's go!
It's time for Banter with the boys.
Well, welcome back to Banter with the Boys Fast Laps, where we got the Mexico recap and the Brazil preview. Joe, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. No, welcome back to you.
Yeah, welcome back. I haven't been here in a while.
It's been a second.
I feel like for
well,
Fast Laps.
we haven't been here in a while. I guess Mike and I were here.
Oh yeah, you guys. Yeah,
Mike and I did a virtual one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
seemed
were
to go
here.
well.
I think it went very well.
That seemed to go well.
I had a good time.
What
Yeah,
did you
honestly-
use? Was that OBS too? All of that?
No, we didn't.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, we used something else.
Oh God. Okay.
That's okay.
Secret sauce.
Secret.
It's not that secret.
Secret sauce. Secret sauce. Well,
Well, happy to have you back. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, happy that we can all be here in person, including Kev. Kev, what's up, dog?
We almost
Mike,
didn't.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm
Mike,
here again.
good
I'm
for you to
happy
be
to be
here.
back.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been in this chair.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be here again.
Yeah.
No,
So-
we're all back. We're all happy-ish to be here.
Happy-ish.
Yeah.
It was
here it is.
fun race.
Here it is. It was a fun race. The one that took place like a while ago. The
weeks
Mexico recap.
Yeah, these
and a half ago.
like,
But, you know.
hard to remember. I feel like after a while.
For sure. So that's why we're here to remind people. You know what I mean? I don't know if
Yeah.
how many. I don't know how many other
remember
podcasts go
everything.
into. And we don't even go into that much detail. We could go into way more detail. We cut it off, but
True.
like, so maybe people are still looking for a Mexico recap.
Maybe.
So with that, let's just roll right into it, Kev. Let's get into our Mexico GP recap. And welcome back for our Mexico GP recap, our pre-race banter. We're talking about the quali, the practice, yada, yada, yada. You already know what it is. Usually I turn to Joe for any notes on that. Was it eventful enough for notes for Joe?
Not really.
Nothing. Which is good. That's
No,
good.
I literally have. Oh, Lando had some car issues in FP2 apparently. Like he had a bad weekend leading up to the race,
Well, okay.
except for the quali.
And the only thing I got, wait, was this Mexico? I think so. FP1, Kit was fast in FP1, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Which was cool to see. But
Yeah.
like third and fifth.
Yeah,
but
and then
again, FP1.
Red Bull had a new floor for Max this weekend as well. That's the only thing. The only other thing I had.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, nothing crazy, nothing wrong with that. Our starting grid for the GP, Lando, Charles, Lewis, George, Max, Kimi, Oscar Piastri, Isaac Hadjar, Bierman, and Yuki. But the finishing 10, Lando, Charles, Max, Bierman. So can't wait to hear
Bierman.
what you got to say. Oscar, Kimi, George, Lewis, Ocon, Bortoletto. So interesting way to end the race there. So let's just get right into it here. Let's just start off with Alpine because they were the only team. They were the lowest team with 2 finishing cars. So that's it. Worst of the cars that didn't DNF. That's really all I. It's really all I have. I mean, things are just bad. I mean, generally bad, and there's no look. Okay, so the only look is what we were just talking about off air, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that God forbid if it rains this weekend in Brazil
Sure.
during the GP, then maybe Pierre Gasly can maybe get some points, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything loving to say about Alpine? Nothing bad.
Never.
No.
Never.
I wasn't gassing them up per se, but I mean, like, if they are making like any moves, Brazil's kind of the one to do it. I think. I'm almost wondering if. I mean, you guys probably know better than I do. Have they given up completely on this year's car? Like they're not giving any upgrades. So
I
we
would imagine
can't expect something surprising for Brazil.
Last I heard is that they're just completely off it. They're looking at next year. They're just Renault stopped developing this car stopped developing this engine like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
That's why the
Renault
power has
isn't even-
not been in the car at all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe we'll see something happen.
2026,
qualifying.
man. Woo!
Yeah, truly.
2026.
Mercedes power.
That's it. Which is true. So
Mercedes power, you never know. They could come back.
Bounce back for Alpine.
It's possible.
Here we go.
It's possible.
Here we go.
Maybe.
All right. Let's see.
They
Next
need to
up.
figure out who their drivers are.
Next
first,
up.
but, you know.
Calm down. Well, for one of the seats, buddy.
Yeah, true.
Tell me to calm down.
All right. Aston here. Alonso, DNF. Stroll 14th. Alonso's car was retired for all I could find was really just like a possible brake issue, I guess. So they just decided to retire it, so nothing else got worse.
Yeah, was this the race? Remind me, was this the race where he wasn't told to pit? He just did it and retired on his own, or was that the race the race?
I don't think that was this
I
one.
don't remember actually.
Okay.
I don't think this was this one. Again, bear with us. This was a minute ago, but I don't think that was this one.
No, I think the person who this time had pit and just retired was Hulkenberg, wasn't it?
Well, Hulkenberg ended up having to retire because of a power unit issue during formation lap.
Well, correct. So he
retired just before he even got to start.
No, he raced, didn't he? I thought he started. He raced his first stint. He drove through his first stint, and then he had to retire when he went into the pits because they couldn't get the power issue figured out. So they just said, heck it, just get in the garage. You're not going to score points. Let's just save the rest of the engine.
Well, either way, we'll look it up. We'll look it up because I don't know. I thought he didn't even start, but either way,
unimpressive for Aston.
Yeah, no, obviously unimpressive for Aston. And I mean, Lance spinning out after that, or spinning out early, and then after that, he wasn't really able to ever rebound.
Yep.
But he beat the Alpines. Woohoo! All right. Next up after this, now I don't know if we're waiting to talk about the Liam Lawson Marshall thing. I think that's coming up, so we'll wait. But Liam also DNFs, and then Isaac after a P8 quali, not able to finish with points. Kev's boy. Yep. We got to find some F1 Isaac Hedjar cards. Big
sad from Kev.
Big sad.
Unfortunate race from them, but it happens. This is a pretty demanding track, so.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Nico was racing.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought he didn't even make it out of the formation lap.
He was having power. He was having power issues in the formation lap, and they just kind of told him just roll with it, and we'll see if we can fix it.
Yeah, and they
from
weren't
here,
able to get things going.
And they weren't able to get it fixed, and he was just struggling out there, just pushing as hard as he could, but couldn't really make anything happen. And so they just said, we're just going to save the engine, just save the rest of the parts, just retire, get out of the car.
Sure, you're done. It's over.
Go take your bath.
Williams.
Hedgehog didn't retire.
Liam
retired.
Liam did. Okay, I thought you may have said Hedgehog.
No,
Sorry,
Liam.
That's my bad.
Or Lawson. Or Liam.
Yeah.
But what about Williams? I do that now. We were talking before we started this. Does Williams they have fifth locked up?
I don't think it's not locked up. It's like they're in a really good spot. They are at 111 points right now.
Like 70% 30 here, 70 30, like 70% leaning towards they got it locked.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I would maybe even give it more. I don't think any
more
team
than
has.
that even. Okay.
Yeah, especially with how much the other teams are fighting each other. There's no one who can really trailblaze forward and.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, so like their main competitor currently is V-Carb, and they're 40-ish, 39-ish points away.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to make up within four races.
Yeah.
Especially with another race for them with a DNF and a P13 finish.
Despite how badly Williams has been turning up, I really feel like there's good pace in the car right now.
Yeah,
They just are like they're making mistakes or something's going wrong. Albon has been off pace recently, I will say. I don't think he's like really done his best.
Sure.
But Sainz has shown great potential. It's just something goes wrong every single time.
Tell me, I don't pay the closest attention to Albon, but I feel like I recall him usually struggling in like the later races in the year. I feel like he usually tends to struggle in these last couple races.
It's hard for me to say. I've really only been paying attention to him this year, a lot. But it's possible. I mean, neither of them have had like a great year up until halfway through.
Right.
He himself, Albon is. Let's see. He's 8th currently. So he has put in some points. He's quite far ahead than Sainz is, to be fair. But like recently,
Sainz had a really slow start.
Yeah, Sainz has a really bad start.
Right.
So still giving Albon his flowers, obviously. It's just recently I just feel like he hasn't been to form.
Yeah.
And Sainz has been surging ahead, but it's just been really bad luck. I mean, I think in Mexico, he had pit limiter issues, so every time he went to the pit, he would get a 10-second penalty, and that's painful. Just like, or drive through, and then he'd go through, get another drive through because he was still speeding. So it's like,
so painful.
Yeah, it was so incredibly painful to watch him. Like, because I think where did he start? He wasn't in points, but I think he was. I don't think he
do
was
not
too
have a
far
starting
off.
Q2,
Right?
I think,
Let me
right?
see. Starting grid.
I'm guessing 13th.
He was 12th. So, not in points, but close-ish, I guess. Albon did climb a bit. He started in 17th and then 12th, but I mean, like, we had 5 DNFs, right, or so?
I think 3 DNFs and Alpine. So yeah, 5.
Yeah, good point.
You're right. Yeah, 3 DNFs and then the Alpines.
So you gotta like.
Oh, you know what's
getting
interesting?
15th is not awesome.
You know what's really interesting? On the official standings, now this doesn't make sense. It doesn't show signs as having DNF'd for some reason, even though he definitely did.
Right.
But on the official standings on the F1 website, it doesn't. It says he finished in 17th. No, it doesn't. Never mind.
Oh,
No, wait.
okay.
To be fair, he did finish in 17th, but like,
But the other cars have no contest.
But it's showing him as
It's 17th. Yeah, weird.
interesting.
That might just be like a technical thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
who knows? Semantics.
File a complaint.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like they've got pace. It's just a matter of, keeping it on track and their car working, I suppose.
Right.
But otherwise, yeah, pretty disappointing. It was a hard one to watch for.
But
Williams.
again, the body of work as a whole can't be that disappointed in the entire season. You know, just hopefully they can finish out strong, lock up 5th,
They
and
weren't
nobody would have had them other than you, right, Joe? Or who had them 5th?
I did
I
not
don't
have
think
them
any
fifth.
of us had them.
Oh,
Yeah.
none of us had them 5th.
No, I
so,
had them 6th, so I had them the highest out of I think us. But
Sure.
going into the
but nobody would have thought they would.
yeah,
grab
going
fifth.
into halfway through the season, I'm like, Williams could do it. Williams could get 5th, right? So they've had a decent season, and if they aren't working on their car anymore, they could have a decent 2026. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. The historic team on the rise. On the rise. Let's see.
Oh, and I do have some news about them when we get to news.
For Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They made an announcement, I think
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet. Yeah, bring that on. It's Red Bull next, technically, with Yuki's P11 that we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Max, all I had was he was just out here mowing lawns early on. Really sending it. The angle of the video that you showed me before we started from somebody in the stands is just pure insanity.
Yeah.
I mean, the kahunas, like
Truly.
we
It
say
doesn't-
on him.
The whatever camera angle. I mean, it's still crazy seeing him do it from the camera angle F1 provided, but like from that phone view, you see how fast he truly was going the entire time he was going over that grass. He it almost looked like he didn't slow down. Like
Yeah.
he was
No, I imagine him
it was
flooring it all the way through.
crazy. Yeah. So got to give him props for, I guess, not putting it in the wall. I think any lesser driver is in the wall, 100%.
For sure.
Right. Like, I mean, it was crazy move. He did give a position back that he took. I don't think there were a lot of wrong things that happened here, and there were a lot of penalties given out, or there were definitely a lot of things noted, and there were a couple penalties given out. I don't think this is not me hating Max. I just feel like he cut the corners a little too much at times. He was driving a little too fast under the virtual safety car at the end with Charles. He gained a lot of time there, and nothing was even. I think the fact that nothing was even like noted just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I know.
I'd feel a little bit
fair
better
enough.
if it was at least noted, and I was like,
How
okay.
much time did
you
grab?
see-
Do you know?
He grabbed like straight up I feel like 6/10 to a second. I feel like.
Yeah, that's long.
Did you see that Charles actually made a comment in regard to
yeah.
Max under the safety car?
What did he say?
He made a comment to his engineer being like, whoa, Max, that's a penalty for sure. You caught up so much under the safety car. Da, da, da. He goes, make sure they look at Max, and I guess they looked at Max and decided everything was
Kosher.
kosher.
I don't know, man.
So
Listen, I don't want to say it's 2021, but the
Look,
FIA are keeping its chances alive. Okay,
I want to point out that they've got way more information on his telemetry than we do.
You're
so.
right. You're right. I'm a side observer. You're completely correct.
I think that
Side observer.
I am of the
Outside.
standpoint that the
I was like,
I'm
what?
gonna say
running
outside.
him running off the side of the road and like cutting the grass, right?
Multiple times.
Especially because he gave the position back when he did that to, I think it was Lewis, or was
He
it
ran
Charles?
Lewis off the road.
No, we're not talking about that.
Okay.
In turn one, lap one, turn one.
Yep.
I think he ran off the road. I think it was Charles he gave the position back to, right? And That I had no quarrels with. I'm like, okay, you did your thing. He did overtake somebody off the track and gave the position back right away. That's fine. I don't think he should have gotten a penalty for that. I think where he should have gotten the penalty for, if he was going to get a penalty, was when he was racing against Lewis and he was wheel bumping against Lewis. I was like, I could see him taking a 5-second for that.
Yeah.
And I was a little surprised he didn't take one, to be fair. I think all of the arguments about him going off the road and him forcing Lewis off the road was like, they were racing. That dive bomb that Lewis made on him, Lewis was never making that corner with how deep he took that and how late he broke. He was never making that corner. No. Especially not with a car on the inside. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that was Max forcing him off the road. I think that was Lewis going for a gap that wasn't there. So I think if he was going to get a penalty, it should have been for the wheel bumping. But c'est la vie.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he was overlooked a little bit this race. I was like I said, at least expecting noted. Like he made some moves that were a little questionable. I think one of the arguments I had immediately, I still think I'd have to like really talk it out. And I don't even fully believe myself currently, is like he was so far away from Russell. Mm-hmm. He was so far ahead of Russell that it doesn't make sense that he should have to give the place back to Russell or anything, right? Mm-hmm. That being said, going off track, keeping your speed, then coming back on, and still being ahead of someone who's you're kind of sort of fighting with, or at least is right there, it's still a little weird, just because it's like, well, yes, it's unlikely that George would have got him anyway, but we don't know because he went off track and then he stayed in his position. That still could be seen as gaining an advantage a little bit. At the end of the day, he probably didn't, but it was a little weird that none of it was really like noted.
I would have been more inclined to agree with that if it weren't for the fact that he had more than a car length ahead of George Russell.
Sure.
Like literally he was at parity with the two Ferraris. And that meant that George was fully behind all three of them. Mm-hmm. And at that point, like, George isn't fighting that position. So, like, there's no reason for them to give it back.
Sure.
As for Yuki Tsunoda for Red Bull, qualified in points, didn't finish in points. End of story. I mean, that's...
End of story.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's it.
Tough.
Got to finish in points, man. Haas. Bierman finishing 4th, but Ocon with 9th, so...
Are we at Haas already? Holy cow.
Yeah, we're at Haas.
Yeah. I mean, I wore the whole getup. I got the whole getup. This was the great day. Like, I was on a call with Joe when we were watching the race together, and the whole kerfuffle that happened during the race, where Max and Lewis had their thing, and just Oliver Behrman was just there, and he was just like, "Don't mind me, I'm just gonna come on through," and we saw him get ahead and slot himself into 4th. And then they slapped Lewis Hamilton with that 10-second penalty. And I literally was out of my chair like, oh, my God, Oliver's on the podium. Like, what are the odds that he holds this? And as the race went on, I was like, okay, this is looking kind of bad. And they made their one, which might have been seen as an off call, having him pit that second pit stop that was late. It was in reaction to...
almost everyone else doing
it. Like pretty much all the front runners except for Max, right?
I think Max did it too.
No, I don't think he did. I think Max took a one-stopper, didn't he?
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain Max took a one-stopper. And so...
Yep, one.
So pretty much everyone but Max did it, right? And so Haas took the call that they saw everybody else making, and to Haas's defense, they're not used to running this far up.
I don't think
so. There was a lot of one-stops.
There were a lot of one-stops. I mean, that was an interesting, not a move that I saw a lot of teams doing, but it was a weird thing seeing them all kind of move on to another stop near the end there. I don't think it would have changed much for Behrman, unfortunately. Either. I mean, you got Verstappen chasing you. There's no way.
On Verstappen, on fresher tires, in the faster car, the better driver, he's going to get him.
Yeah, they see him as like, this is not like a possibility he gets you. This is like, he's definitely going to get you.
No matter a win.
Right. Yeah, and so like, let's pitch you and see if maybe you can get him back. Just
right.
Like,
exactly, yeah.
Maybe, right?
And he obviously couldn't. Yeah, that's fine.
But 4th.
But 4th is awesome.
One of Haas's best finishes ever.
Yeah.
Right? In his rookie season, Ollie's best finish ever. Now there's a bunch of talk about, the Tifosi are clamoring for Oliver Behrman to come to Ferrari. So it's pretty exciting. And then Esteban Ocon, give him his flowers. He raced his way up into the points.
Got points.
Yep.
Yes, he
So
did.
that's a double point finish for Haas. We are very happy. These upgrades we got at Coda are paying dividends.
Surely.
Dividends. Let's stick what you mentioned Tifosi, so let's go with Ferrari right here because Hamilton finished 8th. Charles getting P2.
You look
Joe looks stressed out.
You remember what my podium was, Smelcy?
I have it here, Joe. You know,
it's right there.
Your podium was Max, Lando, and Lewis.
Do you know how excited I was that he qualified third? I was like, oh my God, it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna get
He's
a
gonna get a
perfect.
podium, and I won't get a perfect one because hopefully Verstappen is nowhere near the podium, but I could get like a good amount of points here, and you guys wouldn't get that many. And then, man, that 10-second penalty, bro.
Killer.
That's
Killer.
killer.
Is that standard for the cutting the corners? 10? Okay.
I think recently it has
thought
been.
it was lower.
It has
or
been
at least at the later part of like
For-
seasons, we've seen them more.
This season, it has been the standard for leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
Yeah.
For
This
that
time, yeah.
particular,
so
particular
rough. And then it just got worse and worse. Like as the pit stops kind of happened, there's just no way he was catching up. Yeah, it was really, really rough. He started in a really good position and just that 10-second killed him, man. That was really, really rough.
I was nervous when I saw that him and Max were fighting because boy, those two they get their elbows out.
I was excited.
No, and that's what I put down for the underneath, the Max Bulls. It was that it was nice to see a legit fight between those two again. Just, real quick, little brief one.
God, they fight like the Dickens.
Yeah.
They fight like the Dickens. Yeah, I love it. All right.
Yeah.
But
Probably
yeah.
a deserved penalty, though. He did it was like a weird cut, but he did definitely come out on track way ahead of everyone else, way more than he should have. And the commentators were clamoring like his team should have told him to back
Yes.
up. And I was like, yeah,
Absolutely.
probably. So it's like a Ferrari L. I don't know if it's exactly Hamilton's fault. It's definitely
Mixable.
He's the one driving, right?
Mixable.
so
Yeah, right. The
bad
team's not
communication
driving the
in
car,
general.
but they can also see
Yep.
how much ground he just gained on that. So
Right.
whatever. Okay. Still, we need a Ferrari fan. We'd love to hear from you. Comment, whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Let's see. Who would be next? Is
Leclerc
it
second.
Mercedes?
I mean, really quick. Leclerc second.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
yeah.
Charles.
yeah.
Great finish.
P2.
He was able to hold P2 because we didn't even talk about this yet. That weird VSC at the end of the race. So okay, I don't know if we brought. Did you guys? I was kind of in my own space for a second there. I was going nonverbal for a second. Did you guys talk about the Marshall and Lawson thing that happened? Yeah.
Not really,
Okay.
because I was saving it for
So-
the quick thoughts.
Okay, I'll just knock it out right here really
Go
quick
for it,
because
go for
like I think these are like the two like biggest like that plus the Lawson thing. So Sainz spins out, hits the track a little bit, and pulls forward almost completely out of the track.
Yep.
Right.
A VSC comes out.
And the commentator said he looks like he's in a
Yeah,
safe spot.
it looks like he's in a pretty safe spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes I totally agree. Double yellow that section, that sector. Fine, that makes sense. But a VSC to pull a car probably 10 feet, little weird. Lawson had a very random or impromptu pit stop. So he was very far away from the pack. And so marshals went on track thinking it was clear. And there's a video of Lawson turning the corner almost directly into the marshals. Very, very quickly, I'm going on a side tangent to my tangent. Very, very quickly, people online were like, I can't believe he would do that. He didn't even move. It's like, that's not on Lawson even in the slightest.
No,
That's on
absolutely
FIA,
not.
that's on the stewards, that's on the marshals.
100%.
100% not on Lawson.
No.
I bet another point was like, it's good he didn't move because then he's unpredictable if he moves, right?
Yep.
So it's
Right.
good he kept his line.
Right.
We get a VSC
Stupid.
for a car that's off track completely, but marshals are standing on the track with the car incoming within and like a yellow flag. That's crazy to me.
So I think I heard a rebuttal to this because it's been a hot talking point for the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
right? And I don't disagree with a point that was made, or at least it's a wrong call for the FIA to make, but I see why they made it, and it's because they were overcompensating. They watched that happen, and they saw the Carlos Sainz needed to get into the space. Carlos Sainz was not as far in as he was supposed to be. His back tires were still out, And so that's why they waved the double yellows, was because he needed to get in. And they weren't able to pull his car in, so they needed marshals to get out onto the track and push his car in.
Onto the runoff.
Onto the runoff to push his car in.
Yeah.
So this person who I saw online was theorizing that the reason that the FIA did a VSC was because of the blowback from what happened earlier with the Lawson thing, that they didn't want to take a risk on something else. So they overcompensated and did this, called out the safety car to be like, look, guys, we do care about the marshals and we do care about their safety. And it wound up biting them in the butt.
Like even more.
Yeah, but the first one was definitely still a massive F up. Like you
Huge,
massively effed up.
But
and
I
you
see-
can't make up for it with that though.
I
to
see
me.
where the logic comes from in their
I
head
get
now,
it.
and I'm like, this.
get
I
it.
see
Like you
how
said,
it happened.
Trying to save face. Like that's
you're trying
all
to
that
save
is.
face. Like, okay,
I don't
honestly,
like it. I don't like
honestly, I wouldn't. I don't think I would have even been. I probably would have been like, this is kind of weird, but
Yep.
like I would if they put the VSC out for the first incident with Lawson.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have hurt as much if they did it again for Signs, because they're doing the same thing essentially, right?
Yep.
But it, I'll like, because I mean, the same thing could have happened. Someone could have gone off just like Signs and then hit the marshals as they're pulling out the car, right?
Exactly, yeah,
So it
for
makes
sure.
sense that they slow them down. Marshals were. I think you're right, actually. I think that was a very good point. They did it because they're overcompensating because they
Right.
like misjudged a serious situation.
Yeah.
People were standing on on an active yellow flag track.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
to
they
me.
were not the last guy out of the two, or girl, whoever, sorry. But the last person of the two people running back across the track, like wasn't even halfway back across by the time Lawson was coming around that
No,
corner.
I
Yeah, it
think
was
they were,
crazy.
they were still
That's-
running into the track to pick up more debris. I
was
feel like, yeah, they were
insane.
like
It was crazy.
halfway
It was
done.
just insane.
Yeah, it's just, and at the end of the day, I don't blame the marshals either. It's just a horrible lack of communication. It was bad
but somebody
timing
needs
in
to
general.
be in their ear, like,
Yeah.
no.
100%. Huge, really bad timing, because I mean, like, they're not expecting someone to be pitting right there, but Lawson
Yep.
is having issues. It's still like
Well, there's cameras everywhere. Like
That's what I'm
you would
saying.
think there's
Yep.
got to
Yeah.
be way more
there
eyes
was just
involved.
there was some break in comms,
Yep.
obviously. Yeah, I doubt every single marshal has. I guess I don't know actually. Do they all have like headset? Like
I don't think they do.
I think there's probably someone managing
like a
them.
walkie-talkie or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not
Like
going to be
like a
like
supervisor
anything
for every
super-
corner or something
Yeah,
like that.
right,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah, so wanted to just say that since we were on Leclerc,
Sure.
the yellow flag came out, stopped Max from getting Leclerc. I think Max probably would have.
Max would have
honestly.
gotten him for sure.
Piastri was also chasing down Behrman. Probably a little less likely he got Behrman, but it would have been a lot closer.
Would have been close.
Would have been way closer. So yeah, that was kind of the end of the race there too.
Cool.
Kind of a bummer.
Real quick, because we got to keep this thing moving,
Yeah, let's
and
do
I
it.
definitely want to hear, obviously, your take on McLaren. Real quick with Mercedes, Kimi finishing P6, George Russell finishing P7. They might have made, I just put here, they might have made the most unmarvelous switch ever.
This is entertaining though.
Because, like, I was just like, what is going on? What are we doing? Like, it was just such a weird moment to make it happen. And I agree with why they were switching, but that's the reason why Oscar ended up getting past. So it annoyed me, but whatever. I think Oscar probably would have got them both at some point anyway, but they just accelerated that process.
Do you think they should have kept positions, or do you think they should have let Russell through way quicker?
I wish they would have done it quicker just
Okay.
to see what happens,
Yeah.
but I agree with Russell, and I got his calm. That was amazing, and we'll go over that in calm callouts. But I agree with. I wish they would have done it quicker, and then I'm glad he's the one that said, "I'll give the position back if I cannot catch him."
Yep.
No big deal, but let me go.
I mean,
It's
it's got to
just-
be a tough pill to swallow though. After finally getting ahead and making no traction, and then he
has
he's
to
like,
give the position back.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was so satisfying for me when he got the call. All right, swap the cars. I could feel his dread.
oh yeah, for sure. But it was the right call.
100%.
It was the right call, and look to next week, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
But McLaren,
We're on
Lando with the
McLaren?
P1. That's it. This is the last one.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Teams were really spread out, except for Alpine.
Extremely spread.
Yeah,
We're very close
Well,
together.
yeah.
But
Except for
yeah,
their two
I mean,
DNFs.
Lando Verstappen did, right? He kept P1 through T1, and he just brought it home, and that's all she wrote for Lando. So
Did he get a grand slam? Did he?
No, I do not. Oh, actually, he Grand Slam just being quali in the race, or
he
or
finishes
practices
in
as well?
he starts in first, finishes in first, holds first for every lap, and gets fastest lap.
I don't think he held for.
interesting.
I don't think he held first either. I think
You
somebody
have
else
something.
held first,
You
right?
have a. I'll let you look up on your tab there to see when they pit, but
I don't think he got a Grand Slam.
I don't think so either.
I don't remember.
Either way,
It's still a dominant drive.
great. It
Like
was a dominant
absolutely
drive.
dominant.
Absolutely dominant drive. He finished 30 seconds ahead of Leclerc. So
Yeah.
it was in the bag. Kind of food. I mean, and he takes the lead of the World Driver Championship. Really big thing to note as well.
Yep.
He is now
1 point.
1 point ahead. Is he only really 1 point?
1 point ahead
crazy.
of Oscar Piastri.
He's 1 point ahead of Oscar Piastri. So it begs the question. It was a tough race for Piastri. He capitalized on it being a tough race, something he wasn't able to do in Baku. Piastri kind of out of form recently.
Extremely out of form.
Do you guys have
recently.
any takes on why that might be?
He's got to be in his head. Dude. I don't know because it's extremely weird. He's definitely nowhere near as aggressive as he was earlier in the season. Like, and we weren't comparing him to Max by any means. We were like, he was making like Max-esque moves, as far as being aggressive. So it's just, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's trying to play it more conservative and it's just completely backfiring on him. He's just trying to be a little bit safer. After that whole, I can't remember what race it was. It's probably like, 5 races ago when him and Lando got into it a little bit. So I don't know if that kind of changed him. Was it that moment that's now things have changed a little bit?
Maybe,
Even though he got the upper hand at that moment. But I don't know. It's weird. It's extremely weird. Because what's Lando's lead right now? 1 or something?
1 point.
Yeah. So.
What do you, Mark?
I think he's historically been not fabulous in the Americas. I mean, obviously he did pretty well in Canada, but even then, there was still a 3rd place finish. Like, yeah,
He might have got the
historically. Oh, and he did win Miami, didn't he? I don't remember. That was a while ago. Either way, I feel like historically he's not been super great in the Americas. He struggled in the Americas, and I mean, he's struggled his time here. Like,
He did win in Miami.
yeah.
His last win was Zandvoort, so it was after break. Zandvoort was after
right
break.
after
It was,
break.
yep.
Yeah,
It was
like
right
the
after
first one.
break. But that was also after Lando had DNF'd and
Have you
Leclerc
heard-
had DNF'd. and
Max
Hamilton had
Verstappen has
DNF'd.
had more wins after break than McLaren as a whole.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you heard the Kimi Antonelli T102 or TiO2 theory? It's like a stupid internet theory that like Kimi Antonelli, anytime he's in a state or a country where a TiO2 is like a type of food dye and it's banned in certain countries, and anywhere that this food is banned, he finishes outside the points, and anywhere it's legal, he finishes in the points.
Who figured this out?
Some guy on Reddit.
Who knew this?
Somebody
I know where
else
this is
on
going
Reddit.
with.
What?
Somebody
the
else
heck?
on Reddit has turned this around and found Oscar Piastri's bugbear. And it's like anywhere that he needs to fly to that's outside of Europe, if he needs to fly to a country, he notoriously finishes poorly at. Versus if he's in like the Europe area, then like he notoriously finishes well.
Interesting.
Yeah, his average points were like 15 when he has to fly versus like 25 when he doesn't.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's-
Or like
yeah.
20 when he doesn't.
That's
yeah.
actually
yeah, it's
kind of
crazy.
wild.
So it's
It's
just like
crazy.
a,
Just
a
you're not-
goofy
you're
theory.
not-
It's like you're insane for thinking of this. Like,
Yeah.
Comforts just aren't.
Yeah.
You don't have your comforts around.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You're in somebody else's world.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but I mean,
Wow.
I mean,
It's
maybe it's the
goofy, but-
pressure. Yeah,
That
I
is
mean,
crazy.
Maybe it is the flying thing.
I think more realistically, it's a combination of him struggling with being at the front of the championship. First time fighting for a championship that drags on a driver, but also couple that with him having car problems. He's been struggling with car balance and whatnot, and the team can't figure out what is going on and how to get him to a more comfortable position. I think those are really the big things that are affecting him.
Another little pattern that I also saw online.
You guys
I'll
go
mention-
way too deep into the
I,
interwebs.
this is
I love it.
truly just scrolling. I'm not looking anything up. But
I don't know if that's better or worse.
almost every
This type
single
of stuff is
time,
coming up while he's
right?
scrolling.
I'm on a podcast for F1.
your
Of course, it's going
algorithm.
to come up.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean by I'm on a podcast for F1?
Yeah, but goofy stats or something? Or what?
You like to look over them on TikTok. There was a pattern. There was a pattern seen almost every time after Lando has won a race, Oscar's won the next one. Almost every time. The only time that hasn't happened was Red Bull Ring and Silverstone, where Lando won both, but then Oscar won Spa right after.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then Lando won Hungaroring, and then Oscar won Zandvoort. Yeah. So
Other than,
listen,
other than Oscar's 4 in a row or 3 in a row, but 4 in a row compared to Lando.
I think one of us should put Oscar.
So I
in
know
this
who I'm putting in first.
Yeah, no doubt.
just to keep the pattern alive. You know.
Hey, man.
What do I know?
I'm a human. I
All
see
right,
patterns.
all right, fair enough.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
let's move on here
Yeah.
to calm call outs. We should really get a transition for that. Like over, or something. You know what I mean?
Live pitching during the podcast.
So, what do you got for calm call outs?
I think I only have the stuff you have, so you go
Okay,
for it.
all right. Well, on lap 6, the TV commentator, and there was a lot going on the first few laps, in case you missed it. But the commentator just goes, "Oh, what a melee!" Like things were just it was carnage, is what was going on.
Yes.
And then there was Kev, I'm gonna need your help on this next one here. But then there's this one from George, and it was awesome. They wanted him to take care of his tires, and he was a little upset. He said, "I've got a car in my ass, okay? A car much quicker than ours," which was Piastri, by the way. "I'm trying to hold position. I've got plenty more pace than Kimi here, and we can fight for a podium. I'm happy to give the position back if I don't achieve it, but my tires are just getting sacked here." And they were just like, understood.
God, that was such a great call out.
It was a good call out. I have 2 more Russell ones that I want to call out as well.
He's getting
Because
fired
it was
up.
all around the same things. I'll need a little help for this one too. I apologize. I think this one was before yours. He says, Russell says, "I've got a McLaren up my ass. Want me to let him pass?" His engineer says, "No, thank you." Russell responds with, "Okay, just checking."
Yeah, dude, that was so good.
And then I think that was lap 38. Lap 41, Russell's engineer says tire service temps are too high, and he responds with, "Marcus, I've got a car up my ass."
Dude, George really took it home this
he
week.
was mad, man.
It was so good.
This was not Scooby Doo George anymore.
These are some Fernando Alonso call-outs, and I am here for it.
Mark. I've never heard him use his engineer's name before.
Yeah, same.
He was so angry.
I didn't even know his engineer's name was Marcus, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God. Yeah,
So
he was
good.
for those few laps, he was
Want
on
me
one.
to let him pass? No.
Okay,
just checking.
But just imagine being in the car knowing there's literally nothing else you can be doing right now, and they're just like, "Hey, get your stuff together
tires
right
are
now.
too hot.
Get from here." No, golly.
man.
All right.
I'm crying.
Whew. All right. Let's see.
You are crying.
Let's see. Quick thoughts from the boys. We didn't have any quick thoughts. The only one we did was
Yeah.
the Liam Lawson thing, barreling down towards the marshals, and we already covered that, so all good. I guess you had one little bit of news, so we won't do the transition for this. I don't even know if we have one for news. Beep, 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 beep. Like a little
Live
Once
pitching
again, live
again.
pitching.
Live pitching.
yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah, so you heard the same news. So Williams actually announced, I think in the last day or two here, that they were going to be changing their logo and the way they represent themselves to an older logo that they used back in their original years, just changing the W, right? Really changing their logo. And so moving forward, that'll be their new logo starting in 2026.
okay, new life.
New life, and
life.
they made
New
a
old
big
life.
they made a big precedent of talking about how this is to represent their times when they were constructors champions and how they were at the front of the pack, and they said that they're aiming to do that again. So big news in that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Along the same
Did not
lines as
see
that,
I'm looking it up right now.
they also
Trying
have
to.
a livery coming this for Brazil. They're doing a golf livery, and I love the golf liveries. McLaren had it for a little bit, and then Williams took it over. Oh, I love the golf liveries. We're going to see that baby blue with orange. It's going to be great. It's going to be majestic.
Also, Lauren Mekies has made announcements saying that they are going to continue improving this Red Bull car. We are expecting to see an upgrade coming in Sao Paulo for Max Verstappen. It is in part to help Verstappen in the championship, but also because they want to get their processes down. Lauren Mekies is really doing a lot of upheaval from where, the prior team principal left it. Oh, no.
Joe has, for you Spotify listeners, Joe has taken
Joe
off
does
his
look like
hat
he's about
and
to
placed
cry.
it over his heart. He's processing this right now. Is what's going on.
During the transition, we expect him to call his mom.
Yeah.
She's been calling me. Oh, man.
All right.
So, yeah, that is my news.
That's the news.
I mean,
It looks cool. I looked at it.
Oh, does
Are
I'll have to
they
look
going
at
to be
it.
competitive
Other
off
than
the
the
bat
Red
next
Bull.
year?
Yeah, so Lauren actually did say that he goes, this might affect our car for next year. We know that.
They're just focusing Max. They're we're going to get this man his fourth championship.
That's part of it, but also the other part of it is that Lauren is trying to, like I said, he's trying to rebuild a lot of things and change the structure of how the team is ran, and so that's coming from the technical side. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
I suppose, yeah. I mean, if you get, well, no, you don't get more time.
They want to set up. They want to get this assembled and get this figured out now when they have all the variables, as opposed to before next year, when not only do they need to try and fix things that are left over so that Lauren can make changes, but also they need to work on their car, a brand new car at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah.
I got something juicy, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
Ooh, we're gonna
Let's
wait.
move on.
Ooh,
Let's move on to the preview of the Brazil GP. Kev, hit that. Whatever. What's it? Transition?
Transition.
And I am here to bring you up to speed for the Formula One MSC Cruises Grande Premio de Sao Paulo 2025. We have a sprint weekend ahead. Of course, as always, our fun fact, Interlagos was built on a plot of land unsuitable for housing, so they turned it into a track. Mike, with the weather.
Oh, wow, this came up to me rather abruptly. I was just showing this off to him. I was just showing him the weather. So currently it is showing the weather for Sao Paulo on Sunday afternoon at 68 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly about 20 degrees Celsius for our
Nervous about something?
our
I saw
non-imperial
20%
friends.
rain. There was
And
zero when I
there
looked this
is-
morning.
Oh, yeah.
Currently a 20% chance of rain, and depending upon who you're asking, they're saying that we could see more chances of rain.
Oh, yeah.
During the race, by the way.
Sao Paulo, yeah. So I read it would be wet, like for the start probably, and because
Right.
rain was coming beforehand. It was like, but Brazil has like shocked us before. so-
Brazil is notably very rainy, especially this
Yeah.
time of year. So
Yeah. So I will be letting that influence my predictions 100%. So looking at last year's Brazil race,
I'm sorry. If you hear a bunch of banging around, there is a very lovable, big-boned golden retriever upstairs. Oh, that's Cooper. Okay, so it's the younger golden retriever just absolutely hopping
Going
around upstairs.
nuts.
So that's what
but
you may
he
hear
can't
in the
stop
background.
us from getting up to speed. So let's
Yeah.
go through. Let's go through last year's race. And before we even get to the starting grid, we have a bit of carnage to get through.
Yes.
Wet track. Stroll gives his ass in a nice little spin off track and into the grass, across the shoulder, tapping his front wing into the barrier. As he makes his way back to track, instead of taking the paved road right in front of him, he decides to cut through the beach and he gets stuck there, ending any chance of him
Take
racing
out
in
the
Brazil.
chair.
We're at the grid. Lando to George to Yuki in the top three. They lead the track off the line on an aborted start wrongly. A couple of folks were noted for starting procedure infringements, as they should have stayed in place instead of starting another formation lap. I don't believe any in-race penalties were given. I think it was fine.
Max was upset.
Yeah, I think Max was definitely upset. He was like, they shouldn't
He's the
have
one
done
that
that.
pointed
We
it
had
out.
to wait for the green
You
light.
have to
Yeah.
wait for the green.
Yep. A little later, we finally get underway through T1. George makes up the first position on Lando, with the Alpine of Ocon starting to fight Yuki for third.
You heard that, the Alpine.
Yep. Later in the lap, Checo in the second Red Bull spins and loses all of his positions except for one, ending up in 18th ahead of Albon. Ollie picks up a 10-second penalty for hitting the back of Colapinto. No huge damage, but a collision nonetheless. Somewhere in there.
Take it easy, Mike Tyson.
Oh, man. Somewhere in there, Albon also retires from the race. All right. Max Verstappen, starting his race in 17th. By lap 5, he is making his way into the points, getting past Hamilton and then Gasly. He keeps his stride and makes his way past Alonso and Piastri for 7th by lap 10, making up a position per lap. Lap 26.
That's insane.
And we see a bit of a moment for both Piastri and Lawson. Piastri taking the inside and Lawson cutting in, sending him spinning, reminiscent of this year's Coda. Not losing a ton of time, however. One lap later, and we cut to Hulkenberg, beaching himself on what looks to be an elevated drain after spinning through the wet. The VSC comes out shortly after, and Hulkenberg is able to find his way back on track in the next lap. Some of our front running decide to make a pit as the track becomes a monsoon by lap 30, and by lap 31, the safety car is deployed, putting out Lando and Russell, namely, who had pit for new inters. 32, under the safety car, Colapinto's made an absolute wreckage of his car after finding the barriers while losing control on track. This brings out the red flag, during which we found that the marshals did help push Hulkenberg off of his impeachment, effectively disqualifying him from the race. What's up? Just a mid.
No, you're good. I think
okay.
you should take a breath. You're killing it.
How you guys doing? Good? All right.
Good, I'm good.
Green lap on lap
Where's the
34 as
popcorn?
Ocon leads Verstappen and his teammate Gasly through the new lap. That's Ocon, Verstappen, and then Gasly.
You heard.
Russell and Norris behind them. The track's still very wet, and Lando seeming to struggle a little bit to get himself back up front as he goes off track while attacking Russell. Unfortunately, sticking behind. 2 laps later, we watch Behrman take a turn and doesn't come out of it, getting into a spin and digging his nose into the barrier. Low damage, he pulls himself out and gets back on track. Just in time, 3 laps later, for Sainz to spin into the barrier, taking a part of his wing, retiring himself and bringing out the safety car. We get a restart on lap 42. Ocon still leading Max, but not for long as he takes the lead into T1. A little further down, Norris goes off again, losing a handful of positions, including to his teammate. Russell gets past Leclerc a few laps later after Charles finds himself off track slightly. Lap 69, we finally make it to the end of the hectic race. Verstappen leading 2 Alpines by 19 seconds. A brilliant day for Alpine, truly making their season.
Nice.
Brazil was nuts last year.
So good.
It was a race and a half, and it took like the full 3 hours to get through it, I think.
The whole time you were reading that, it just felt like da 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 da.
Can I just say my favorite race of all time currently is Nico's first podium, right? I love that race. This race is a close second because the absolute masterclass out of Verstappen. I mean, I don't have words.
Yeah, it was a race. That's for sure.
I forgot he started that far back.
I can't remember.
That's
Do you guys
right.
remember why?
He took. I think he had a grid place penalty. Plus, he had engine parts. He's replacing engine parts, if I remember correctly. I think he qualified lower than he should have been, and then took penalties. He qualified in second, and then
He qualified. He was actually knocked out in Q2.
Oh, he was.
And then he did take a new ICE before the race.
Okay,
And so he got a 5-place grid penalty on top of that. So he actually qualified 12th.
Okay. Well, I stand
So that was
corrected.
bad qualifying.
Yeah,
just in
bad
general.
qualifying.
There was also rain. Oh,
this-
because rain and red flags during qualifying.
Yep.
This was quite possibly the best race I could have ever have hoped for as an Alpine fan, and I will never see it again.
I understand.
But I hope
Maybe
I
not.
do. It's not going to be this year. It's definitely not. But that
Hold out hope for
was
next year.
exciting. That was exciting. Other than I think Pierre podiumed. Oh, when was that? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? There was that
years
one
ago?
random one.
Yeah.
I'm
2
trying
years
to
ago.
remember where that
And
was.
then I think Esteban had
I
podium
think
the year
he did
beforehand.
also podium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both just kind of stumbled their way into podiums.
Yep. Hey, I'll take it this week.
Was it Monza?
They're not going to be in my podium. But
Yes,
I'll
it
take
was Monza.
Monza, yeah.
Yeah.
Where who Pierre?
Yeah, he
What year was
podiumed
it?
in Monza in 20.
23.
Come on, show me it.
Give it to me.
Give it to me. Surely one of these
2020.
days.
Yeah, okay,
2020.
okay,
So
okay.
he was still in the AlphaTauri at that time.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's
Got
what
it.
it was.
Unless he podium again in the.
I could have sworn he did.
I don't know. AlphaTauri. That
But
makes
either way.
sense. I knew it was a while ago. But yeah, okay, all right.
You're still riding that high.
Sprint race? Nah, I'm definitely not. Not after this season. It's been really crappy.
He podiumed at the Dutch Grand Prix in 2023 as well.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I knew
okay,
he podiumed in 2023.
Okay. So he's got his fair share. So he should just be in a better car, man. I'll jump ship with him. It's fine.
Dude, he would actually be crazy good if he were in a front running car.
Put him in a Red
Actually,
Bull.
Mercedes locked
Put it
up both
like
drivers.
genuinely put him in a Red Bull.
That's
Anyways.
not going to happen.
No, you're right. It won't.
And no, I don't know where he could go. Anyway, all right. Sprint race again. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's that. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Should be a fun weekend.
You already gave us the weather. That's good. Points update. Joe, 47 points. Mike, 53 points. I'm sorry, me next. Smelty, 52 points. Mike in the lead with 53 points.
Look at me go.
Look at you go with 4 races to go.
With 4 races to go.
You got to start taking chances, son.
I am going to. I'm going to have to.
George Russell, Charles Leclerc,
I took a chance
Nico
with Lewis,
Hülkenberg.
and he failed me.
Hulkenberg.
I took a chance with Lewis, and truly, I was almost there.
Yeah,
I almost
that would have
did-
been
I almost
crazy.
got it.
That would have
It
actually
would've been
helped a
crazy.
ton. But
So,
no dice. So
we're starting
technically it
with
is
me?
Joe first.
We are me first. What are you talking about?
I think
Yeah,
we're starting
Mike
with
first.
me.
I'll go on
He needs all the
Phyllis
help he
and
can
Smelty. I
get
got
over
this.
here. Okay.
No, you got
So-
it. You got it. You got it.
So in third is going to be George Russell,
What the heck?
and I'm calling an audible on this. Okay, I'm calling an audible on my podium here. So George
hell,
Russell
LeBron James?
in third. In second, we're gonna have Max Verstappen.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
You
not
don't expect
having
it to rain that much, do you?
And in first,
Yeah.
is going to be Oscar Piastri.
Wow.
Where's my air horns?
That makes my podium so much easier. That's crazy. Smelty.
Oscar Lando Max.
You didn't even think about it.
Oscar
Okay,
Lando
well,
Max.
then the decision is incredibly. You guys made my job so easy. Lando's taking the win. No, I could do Max though. Oh, maybe I should do Max.
Max, Lando,
Max would
Charles.
be a really good idea. Okay,
pretty
I'm
good.
changing my
Lando,
mind.
Charles.
I know I shouldn't be doing this. Max.
He already
no, but
typed
you
it in,
got.
too.
But you
He's the
did
first
Lando
one.
second. No, it's okay.
Do Oscar. Oscar Lando. Charles Lando.
George Russell.
George Russell.
You'd be happy. I
this is
picked George
tough.
Russell.
This is
I am
so
happy.
tough.
I'm very proud of you.
I just got over saying, wow, you guys made this really easy for me. You didn't actually.
Let's go.
Not even a little bit easy.
I'm glad my audible changed it.
Oh man.
Have we taken anybody but Max, Lando, Oscar, Charles, George, and Lewis this
Nope.
year?
No.
That's
Who else would we take?
wild. I know. That's all of them, right?
else would we
I
take?
just rattled
Like-
them all off.
Yep.
Kimmy.
Yeah, right.
Kimmy.
Not taking Kimmy.
Oh man.
He beat Charles. I mean, he beat George. Sorry.
He sure did.
This is so tough.
He beat Charles.
I don't. That's, yeah. That's
I mean,
not-
I'm sure he has actually. At least once, right?
Gabby Bortoletto.
Dude, it's his home race. I'm
Bierman.
so excited.
Oh yes. Ooh, points
Max.
for Gabby in a home race.
Max, Lando, Charles.
Max Lando, Charles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get someone else other than yeah. Okay.
I see.
I'm
I see. You don't
surprised
want to
with
go
Oscar.
Oscar because you want to.
I wasn't going to.
Oscar's in a bad form, and he
Right.
did not do well last year here.
Okay, for whatever it's worth, I came into here
oh,
when
but-
my podium decided that I was going to pick Max, Lando, George.
but the
you
pattern.
He messed
Okay,
me up.
I'm
That's why I
actually
chose it.
rooting
He
for
messed me
you.
up.
I'm rooting for you. No offense, just because I do want to see the
I
pattern.
want to see the
I
meme
wanna see the
happen.
pattern.
I picked
Yeah.
Oscar to win too. I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah, high five.
Oscar,
I'm rooting for you.
Oscar, if Lando gets second, then you win because you have Lando second.
Yeah.
And it's all good. And then we'll just put Max at third.
Yeah, and
then
I think I
just
put.
get a 6
I think I'm.
And
yeah,
then you just get a
yeah.
6-pointer.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and then we can get Charles in there. That'd be cool, right, guys?
Nope. Right, guys? Right, guys?
I'm so far
Please?
behind. It's not even happening. Hey, do you guys want to give me bonus points late?
So you really need Charles.
Where are we putting Gabby Bortoletto?
We do need bonus
his home
points,
race.
though. We need to have a
actually
bonus
have
point
idea for
something,
bonus
so-
points next year.
Yeah, okay.
Like I'm thinking, okay, I'll just pitch this now because you've already been pitching
Live
stuff.
pitch? Live pitch?
Live pitch.
I love pitching things.
Hear this. This is like for our like 2 listeners. If you want to like pitch in, comment as well. What if we have a wild card driver? So we pick a driver from the bottom 10 that finishes this year. to be on the podium anywhere next year, and if they eventually do get on the podium, we get like maybe 2 points, just like given to us for free. Like, even if we don't put them in the podium for that weekend.
That's kind of cool.
So like, it's like, okay, so like Sainz is my wild
But we
card
got to come
driver,
up
right?
with something else, because like I think a wild card for the beginning. no, in addition to.
Oh,
right?
okay, cool.
Okay, here's the question.
I was like, I like it, but it's bad.
Here's the question though: Are we taking bottom 10 teams or like the
drivers.
No,
So
bottom
like
10 drivers
your
from the
wild card
WDC
can
the year
only be
before.
someone in the bottom 10.
So that's kind of whack though, because
But it's a
Carlos
whole- it's a-
Sainz is like such an easy pick.
But
Because like you think about it too, yeah, that also means that I could put Fernando
I mean,
Alonso
like,
on my
he's-
podium.
Correct.
Yeah, that's fine.
Correct. But
Oh,
that's
wait, actually, no, maybe it's not
Are
fine.
you
no, no,
kidding
wait,
me?
wait,
That's
wait,
what I'm
wait,
saying.
wait,
It's like
you're
Fernando
saying-
Alonso.
But maybe we have to workshop a little bit. So maybe
We
it's
do.
like
We
maybe it's like
absolutely
We'll workshop it.
the lower they are, the more points you get. Like maybe we divide it in 2 or something like that.
I say we pick the bottom 5
tiers.
teams of constructors and one of those drivers. I mean, that actually doesn't
I think
work.
we
So
do.
we can still
What if
pick
we just
Fernando
do?
Alonso.
What if we just
Crap.
do bottom 5 drivers? Right.
bottom
mean,
5
maybe, yeah,
drivers
bottom
to get a
5
podium.
drivers.
We have a.
Well, then
we
that
have-
sucks because
yeah.
two fifths of it is Alpine.
Math. That's right.
So really, you only get to pick between
Alpine.
3
You
drivers.
get to pick between 3.
That's really messed up, son. It's not that funny, Joe.
That's kind of
Get
funny.
your stuff together.
It's kind of funny.
All right,
I only get to pick.
I'm not on the pot
But
anymore,
okay,
guys.
so
I've been
but that's
kicked off.
more like a full season, right? The wild card is like a full season bonus.
Yeah.
I think we need like an every week bonus. It's
No,
that
it
one's
isn't every week.
Oh,
It
that's
is, so like
active every
you
week.
have a
Okay.
wild card driver. If they ever get on the podium, that's an automatic like point or
Right
something
on,
like that.
right
Yeah.
on, right on, right on. But I think that's not
That's
going to
it. I
happen.
think we
very
workshop
often.
it.
We need
Exactly.
we need another
Exactly.
bonus point though.
I'm down. Yeah.
But like
I-
that one's a bigger point.
I like-
you get more points for getting that one right.
Yeah.
Then we have like an every week bonus.
So, but think
That
about it.
one's
You could get like
point
you
or
could
something.
get you could get your podium. No, you couldn't. That wouldn't make sense. I was about to say you could get your podium spot on, and then you could also get. No, you couldn't do that. But you could get like 7 points maybe if we make the points
like-
big enough. You know.
I like the
Yeah.
idea. I like the idea of like pick a driver, and if that driver gets on the podium at any point during the year, you get a small haul of points, just like 3 or 4 points, whatever, you know. And it'll be a one time, just like
Boy, we're getting detailed here.
just we
I like
do that,
it.
right? And then we can do other things bi-weekly, like pick a this weekend wild
Oh,
card.
yeah.
Who's your this weekend wild card? Who you think is going to finish in the points?
In the points.
You're right. Like
Okay.
That's-
I do like that idea. We did that, something like that.
That'd be like a
last-
single point. I
yeah,
think.
like for a single point. Yeah.
We did
'Cause I
something
think
like
something
that
like-
last year,
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
we?
gonna have to
'Cause
go
I-
back and listen. We had a
Because
couple,
we had
but
our
changed it up.
podium or podium. We were just like it didn't matter what position. We just pick a podium.
Yep.
And then we also had.
A wild
We
card.
also we change it every week. We
You
changed
did.
it every week.
Yeah, we
were
did.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
okay.
figured out
something.
I do like
Yeah.
that idea. We have
Because
like a-
I personally like, I know me. I personally love watching the back teams. I love watching the midfield fight, like the front pack. Like
One that
I,
gives us
it-
and the listeners something to watch. for the
exactly.
back.
Like it kills.
Mike's an idiot.
It kills me picking. I think I've picked 4 different drivers this year to go on my podium every single race, like between 4 drivers, and like that kind of kills me inside.
No, we'll come up with some. I like it. I like
So-
it. I like
I
it. We'll
think
come
me
up with
too.
some. Well, like you said, we'll workshop it.
We'll workshop
You know, when in the post off-season interviews, the exit interviews, we'll see who comes back next year. But
Yeah.
we'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. Yeah. Well, Mike, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah. I'm glad to have been here. This was fun. I love
me
this.
too.
Fun.
Me
I
too.
love
Yeah.
this.
Things started getting out of hand at the end, but it's
As
all
they
right.
should.
Joe,
it's
that was a
so-
killer
it's-
up to speed.
Oh, thank you.
But it was a killer race,
It was
so
a
it
killer
was-
race.
it was
a wild
spoon-fed
race,
to you.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
was
just kidding.
like,
That was
I was
awesome.
like, do I want to do like an up to speed? And I started doing it. And I was like, oh, I need to do an up to speed.
Yeah.
because
Oh
it was
yeah.
It was a
Oh yeah.
crazy
It was
race.
no. It was perfect. I'm
Yeah.
glad you did. Excellent job, Kev. Of course,
Thank you,
great
Kev.
job getting everything done for us as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to the banner, whether that's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And let's see. I believe we are actually here next week
Nope.
again. We're not. Okay, I lied. I like lying.
Yeah,
We are. This
Qatar
next
next,
week
right?
is our last week off, though.
Yeah, and then it's the end of the season.
It's
Bang,
race,
bang, bang.
race, and then we're done.
That's it.
Wait,
That's it.
really?
Yep.
Yeah, there's
So we
only
go
3 left.
Hold on, wait. Are we going Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi?
Back
That's
to
correct.
back to back.
That's correct.
Yep.
Awesome.
So this is our
that's a great
last
stretch.
breaks. You guys get it. You boys
Qatar
better
and
get
Abu
ready.
Dhabi. I like those.
I'm so
Boys better
ready.
get ready.
I'm so ready. So ready.
Oh my god. With that, let's get out of here, fellas.
Goodbye.
Peace.
That's an out.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Tune in next time for more Banter with the Boys.